The crowd in Vienna could feel it before it even happened. The tension, the electricity, the sense that they were witnessing something special. Under the bright lights of the Wiener Stadthalle, JANNIK Sinner stood tall, calm, and focused, his eyes locked on the finish line of yet another masterclass performance. The young Italian, who has been the definition of precision and power all season long, had one more mountain to climb. Alexander Zverev, a rival as fierce as they come, waiting on the other side of the net. The Vienna Open final wasn't just another trophy match. It was a moment that felt like destiny calling, the perfect ending to an extraordinary season for Sinner. From the first rally, it was clear that this wasn't going to be a match for the faint-hearted. Both men came out swinging, testing each other's resolve, playing tennis at a level that made the audience gasp more than once. Zverev, tall and commanding, unleashed his booming serve and heavy backhand, trying to dictate the pace. But Sinner, cool and composed as ever, absorbed every punch, redirected every shot, and countered with the kind of clean, effortless hitting that has defined his rise in 2025. Every forehand down the line, every perfectly measured passing shot carried the same message. This is my court. This is my year. As the match unfolded, Sinner's timing seemed almost supernatural. His footwork was crisp, his anticipation razor-sharp. Every time Zverev thought he had found a window, Sinner slammed it shut with a winner that silenced the German's momentum. Midway through the first set, the crowd began to sense a shift. Sinner wasn't just competing. He was controlling, dictating the rhythm, turning defense into attack with seamless precision. The rallies grew longer, the tension higher, but it was Sinner who always found the last word. When he broke Zverev's serve to take the first set, the stadium erupted. There was that signature fist pump, subtle but intense, the kind that told you Sinner was locked in, no distractions, no emotions breaking through that icy exterior. Yet behind that calm, there was fire. The kind of fire that has burned all season long, driving him through the toughest matches, pushing him beyond limits he once thought impossible. The second set was a battle of nerves and endurance. Zverev, unwilling to go down quietly, began to play with more aggression, taking bigger cuts on his forehand, stepping into the court, forcing Sinner to dig deeper. But every time Zverev found a moment of momentum, Sinner responded with brilliance. An ace at 30-all, a forehand winner that painted the line, a backhand return that zipped past before Zverev could even react. The Italian wasn't just playing to win. He was playing to make a statement. Throughout the match, one thing stood out: Sinner's maturity. He didn't rush, didn't panic, didn't let frustration creep in when points didn't go his way. There were moments when Zverev's experience seemed to tilt the balance, but Sinner refused to blink. Instead, he stayed composed, adjusting his patterns, mixing deep baseline shots with sharp angles, and using his legs to stay in every rally. The control, the calm, and the conviction were those of a champion. And then came the defining moment. Deep in the second set, with the score tight and the crowd holding its breath, Sinner stepped up to serve for the match. The arena was silent, every eye fixed on him. He bounced the ball with that familiar rhythm, took a deep breath, and unleashed one of his fastest serves of the night, an ace right on the line. The applause was thunderous. He followed it with another crisp serve and a forehand winner. Moving to championship point, time seemed to pause. 1 point from glory. Zverev tried to attack, sending a deep return, but Sinner countered with a fearless backhand up the line that clipped the sideline. Unreturnable. Game, set, match, Sinner. The crowd erupted into a wave of cheers that felt like an earthquake inside the stadium. JANNIK Sinner raised his arms, smiling for the first time that night, and let the emotion wash over him. Vienna had witnessed greatness, and Italy had a new hero crowned again. As he lifted the Vienna trophy, there was something poetic about the moment. The glistening silver cup reflected the lights, the crowd, and the face of a man who had spent the year proving that hard work, discipline, and quiet belief can turn dreams into reality. For Sinner, this wasn't just another win. It was a symbol of everything he had built. The countless hours on the practice court, the heartbreaks, the lessons learned from every loss, and the determination to come back stronger each time. This victory capped off an extraordinary season. From his triumphs earlier in the year to his consistent dominance on all surfaces, Sinner has shown that he's not just the future of tennis. He's the present. He's evolved from a promising young talent into a complete player, one who knows how to handle the pressure, adapt to every challenge, and deliver when it matters most. His serve has become a weapon, his movement near flawless, and his mentality sharper than ever. As he posed with the trophy, flashes from the cameras illuminated the pure joy on his face. The boy from San Candido, who once hit balls against the walls of a small court in northern Italy, now stood as one of the brightest stars in world tennis. His journey has been defined by humility and quiet confidence. No drama, no excess, just pure dedication to his craft. In a sport filled with flamboyance, Sinner's calm presence feels refreshing, even revolutionary. ZVEREV, gracious in defeat, walked over to hug Sinner at the net, acknowledging the better man. Their rivalry has been one of mutual respect, and tonight, it was about celebrating great tennis. He's incredible, ZVEREV would later admit. He deserves this. He's worked harder than anyone. And it's true. Every step of Sinner's journey has been earned, not given. As the Italian anthem played, Sinner stood quietly, eyes glistening, soaking it all in. You could see the pride in his face, not just for himself, but for his team, his fans, and his country. This was a season of milestones, titles, finals, records broken, and hearts won. Vienna was the perfect stage for the finale, and he delivered with class and courage. What makes this one even more special is the manner in which he achieved it. Against one of the tour's toughest competitors, Sinner didn't just rely on his power or precision. He played intelligent, disciplined tennis, making the right decisions at the right moments. He found balance between aggression and patience, between confidence and humility. That's the mark of a champion who is here to stay. As the night settled and the celebrations began, fans knew they had just witnessed something bigger than a title. They had seen the rise of a player who represents the future of the sport. Steady, respectful, relentless. JANNIK Sinner's win in Vienna wasn't just another victory. It was the crowning moment of a season that will be remembered as the year he truly arrived among the tennis elite. Walking off the court, trophy in hand, Sinner gave a small wave to the crowd, his trademark modest smile returning. He didn't need to say much. The performance had spoken for him. For tennis fans, for Italy, and for everyone who loves the sport, the message was clear. The Sinner era is here, and it's only just beginning.